loot a burning house. When the enemy faces disaster, chaos, infighting, or turmoil, that is the moment to strike and seize maximum advantage. The fire is the enemy's crisis. The looting is taking advantage of it. It may not be righteous, but in military strategy, it is cold, calculated wisdom. Let us understand its essence through a classic historical story. At the end of the Qin dynasty, the 6 conquered kingdoms rose again in revolt. The land was in chaos, and war raged everywhere. Yet Qin's forces remained strong, guarding the north of the Yellow River. With 400,000 elite troops stationed in Guanzhong, they launched relentless attacks, crushing the rebel armies one after another. The scattered uprising forces were too weak to resist, and morale crumbled. To rally the cause, King Huai of Chao declared, "He who enters Guanzhong first shall be king." Xiang Yu was a noble of Chu and the most powerful rebel leader. Defeated by Liu Bang later, he took his own life by the Wu River. To this day, he is revered as a timeless hero. At that time, Xiang Yu, mighty and bold, crossed the Yellow River with his elite army, heading straight for Qin generals Zhang Hong and Wang Li. To save the besieged city of Julu, Xiang Yu ordered the destruction of boats and cooking pots, taking only 3 days' rations. With no way to retreat, the Shu army fought with unmatched fury and broke through the Qin lines. Though Xiang Yu fought with unparalleled bravery, the experienced Qin army stood firm. Neither side was able to claim victory. Both armies became entangled in the mud of the northern front. Meanwhile, Liu Bang quietly set out from the south, with fewer than 10,000 ragtag soldiers. Originally assigned to distract the enemy, he would instead change the course of history. Liu Bang, born a commoner, rose in revolt against Qin. He finally defeated Xiang Yu and founded the Han Empire. Liu Bang and his strategists saw the shifting tides of war. Qin's court was in chaos. Zhao Gao murdered Hu Hai, then was killed by Emperor Zi. The capital trembled, and the people panicked. With Xiang Yu locking horns with Qin's main forces, Guanzhong's defenses were left vulnerable. It was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Though weak in strength, Liu Bang chose to avoid direct confrontation, striking only where the enemy was soft. His advisor Li Yiji set up decoys with thousands of flags at night, frightening the unstable defenders into fleeing. Captured Shen Yu through strategy, obtaining a large amount of vital grain supplies, thereby strengthening the forces. Zheng Liang bribed the border guards of Qin with 2,000 gold taels, lowering their vigilance. General Zhou Bo led elite troops over steep cliffs to disable the beacon towers. With no alarms raised, Liu Bang's army marched 100 miles in 3 days to reach the strategic Yao Pass. At the decisive Battle of Lantian, Fan Kuai launched a feint to the front, while Guan Ying circled behind to burn the enemy's supplies. And released war prisoners spread rumors. Zheng Han has already surrendered. The Qin soldiers lost heart and fell into disarray. Liu Bang soon reached the gates of Shanyang, the last emperor of Qin. Xiying surrendered, offering the imperial seal. The Qin dynasty, which had existed for 15 years, was no more. Liu Bang's victory came from the wisdom of his advisors, the courage of his generals, and most importantly, seizing that sliver of opportunity in a world on fire by looting in the flames He entered Guanzhong without a major battle, laying the groundwork for what would become the Great Han Empire. In the workplace, marketplace, battlefield, and arena, the wisdom of the ancients still shines, timeless and enduring. China's two e-commerce giants, Alibaba and JD.com, are locked in fierce competition and struggling with transformation. In 2015, quietly, Pinduoduo Temu entered the battlefield. It targeted the overlooked lower-tier markets, capturing the attention of elderly and rural users. With ultra-low group buying prices, it stunned the market. Leveraging WeChat's social network, it grew explosively. By the time the giants reacted, Pinduoduo had swept across small cities with 600 million users. In 2019, US sanctions hit Huawei's mobile phone hard. Huawei was forced to retreat from global markets. Markets in Europe and India quickly opened up. Chinese brands like Xiaomi and Vivo moved in fast. They accelerated channel building, supply chains, and brand promotion. With affordable high-performance phones, they entered local markets. In just 2 years, they claimed much of Huawei's lost share. Since 2020, TikTok has faced the threat of a US ban. Its parent company, ByteDance, was forced to consider selling its US operations. Microsoft made the first move, aiming to acquire key assets at a low price, including user data and its algorithm. Oracle, Amazon, and others joined the bidding war. A quiet storm of power and traffic control was unfolding. Classic loot, a burning house. When your rivals are caught in chaos, and competitors are still adjusting, that's your best moment to strike with confidence. Warfare has no constant form, just as water holds no shape. The 36 stratagems epitomize millennia of Chinese wisdom. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.